Welcome back to my channel, guys. What you're seeing here is some footage from my very easy 20-minute jog that I did the day prior to the great race in Pittsburgh, a 10K race that is predominantly downhill with some uphills. Knowing that I would be racing very hard, I took that run very, very easy and did some strides to get ready to roll for the next day. Just had a phone call with my coach discussing strategy for tomorrow's race. I'm very eager to see what happens because I've been putting in so much work in the heat. There's been just so much challenge with overcoming those obstacles, but I think I fared very well. Now I'm just curious to see how that will translate into the race. Unfortunately, I do see that it is going to be humid, so we do have to readjust and make sure I start out conservative. One thing about me though is I find that it is better for me to start out more conservatively, not to start out as fast as I could run, because I find that I gain more momentum as I continue to get faster. If I start out more conservatively, it's easier for me to do the negative split approach. I'm gonna be a little bit of a party animal tonight or today. Usually I will have 2 of these tablets a day on a very humid day. Today, I'm having 3 just to get prepped for that race. After looking at the weather for tomorrow's race, I definitely am leaning toward the bun huggers and my rabbit sports bra. Bun huggers are also rabbit, but I just need something that's going to keep me comfortable. It's going to be very muggy tomorrow, possibly raining. I felt really fast and really comfortable in those when I ran in the 5K race back in West Virginia in July. So I think this would be a good option. Good morning. It's race morning and I finally feel like coming on here to say a few words. I woke up this morning and I do not understand why I felt this way. This is very unusual for me. I actually woke up and had a brief wave of nausea. Then I didn't even feel like I wanted to eat, but I finally forced myself to eat something. Hopefully I will be okay during the race, but I do feel a lot better now. I'm not sure what that was all about earlier, but I have to just look at the whole week in combination and know that I am freaking ready for this. I'm meeting my one coach's athlete who lives near the Pittsburgh area. He was nice enough to pick up my bib for me over the weekend, so that saves me a lot of time this morning. The lines are supposed to be very, very long, so who knows how long I would have had to stand in line and wait for my bib. We're going to ride the shuttle over together. The course is a point-to-point course. It starts in the Squirrel Hill area of Pittsburgh, and we run a lot of downhill with some uphill into downtown Pittsburgh. After I took the shuttle over to the start line, my husband stayed back near the finish line to wait for me to finish the race. Here is some of the video footage that he captured just for all of you. And he had to wait quite a bit because I think we took the shuttle over at approximately, what time was that? Around 8 a.m. or so. And the race didn't start until 9:30. Overall, I was very happy with this race because I hit a new personal record in the 10K distance. Time was 42:49. I was the 45th overall female out of more than 2,000 females. I was the 264th overall finisher out of almost 4,500 runners. So I was very, very pleased with how I performed in this race. After the race, I made sure to get in an easy 15-minute cool down. There he is in all of his glory.
Hello, little wife.
Staying nice and dry.
Yes, I am.
Any input on the race?
Huh?
Any input on the race?
The race today?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it rained.
No, the race last week.
Well, the only input I had was it rained. I had an umbrella that kept me dry, and I thought you looked strong finishing the race today. I was glad to see that.
Well, that's good because toward the end I didn't feel very strong. I was just like, how much longer do I have? Oh, I still have 0.3 miles. This sucks.
And I got your video, so I'm out of the doghouse. I can't get in trouble either.
Credit to the videographer right here.
Yes. Anybody.
Post race, I need to take these wet shoes off, put on my rabbit slides. These are the best.
Beautiful city.
Skyline is unlike anything else, except for maybe Boston, but I'm biased. This is perfect after a race. I've only been saving this for, what was it, 4 days? 5 days? This is leftover cake from work. Cheers! Post-race? Check out that post-race hair. This is going to be a lot of fun trying to detangle this. It's just one humongous knot from all of that rain and humidity today. This is me trying to walk down the steps. My quads really, really hurt today. Here is my medal from the race. Great race, 10K finisher. To be honest with you, I usually don't care to keep finisher medals unless they're from marathons or half marathons, any long distance, but this holds a very special place in my heart simply because this is where I ran my 10K personal record. Now I get to hang it up. More than 24 hours later, and I'm just now getting around to doing a recap on this race. There was a lot for me to really process because, first of all, the biggest goal is I hit my personal record. I was able to snag a PR in the 10K race, which was not as easy as I was hoping it would be. The humidity was very high and the dew point was 65. One thing I've learned is dew point has more of an impact on your race performance, more so than humidity. Whenever the dew point gets up to 65, that's when it starts getting extremely uncomfortable for hard running. Easy running even starts to suffer a little bit. So I could tell about a few miles into the race that the dew point was high. However, I just decided to keep persevering. I took advantage of those downhills. My coach had this whole strategy laid out for me and I was trying my best to follow it. The first mile was not supposed to be faster than 7:10. I ended up going out in 7:05, which was still not bad. It's within range. It was just a few seconds faster. The second mile, I got a little carried away with the downhill because there was such a big hill in the very first mile that I was trying to make up for it. I felt a little bit more fatigued from that hill. My second mile was 6:39, I believe. Once I realized how fast it was, I thought I should just go with it. Trust my heart, trust my training. I can do this, even though I'm sure it will catch up with me later. I think I should take advantage of these downhills because I knew there were going to be some uphills along the way. Little did I realize how much that one hill at mile 5 was going to kick my arse. When I got to mile 5 and started climbing and realized how long of a climb it was going to be, that it was a gradual incline for, I'm not sure how long it was, but some people said it was close to a mile. I was very defeated. I felt mentally defeated, but I was surprised that I still held on and I managed to run a 7:15 mile. After that, I then realized it was downhill or flat. So I again changed my mindset to taking advantage of those downhills. By the time I got closer to downtown and I thought that I was about to approach the finish line, I realized we still had to go down another road and there was more distance to cover. It wasn't much, but when you're already fatigued during a race, every little bit adds up. And my watch had already said I had run a 10K. It was obviously a little bit off because I know this is an established race, but I wanted so badly to run under 43 minutes. That was my B goal. My A goal was to run probably at least 30 some seconds faster than what I did. However, I have to keep into perspective that the race conditions were just not ideal for really, really fast running. Despite that, I'm very, very pleased with what I was able to accomplish. My quads, though, on the other hand, like I said, really, really hurt today. They are very mad at me, but it was all worthwhile for that PR. And I just ended up doing a bike workout at my coach's suggestion instead of going out and running 50 minutes. After that bike workout, I do feel like they loosened up. So I'm going to relish a little bit more in this accomplishment and get back to hard training again later this week with my 13-mile long run on Saturday. There will be some intensity in that long run. I only have a few more of those left before the half marathon, so I really want to hammer these and come out of it even fitter and even more prepared to run fast in what will hopefully be a much cooler day. Thank you guys for joining me for this video. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys again next week.